Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a team in Lichess and to host your own tournament. You first want to go to sign in, and you want to create a username and password if you haven't already, so you can click register. Once you do, you're going to sign in, and then you're going to go up to community, to teams, and then you can create a new team here. You can create whatever name you want. And then I always do a confirmation is required to join, so I know who's joining. You put your location, description, and then you have to do a little checkmate here in order to create a new team. And once you have a team, if you go back to community and teams, your new team's going to be populated here. And so if I click on one of these teams, what I do to have my students join is I just copy this link here, and then I'll send them the link to join via email, or if it's in Zoom, over chat. Once they join a team, you'll see that there's going to be a little message here that says that this student wants to join your team. And if you're not sure who that is, if you don't know their username, you can click on their username and then send them a message. And if you know who they are, then you can click accept. So once you have people in your team, there are a lot of different ways you can host a tournament. One is that you can have a tournament just for your team. Another one is you can have a team battle between multiple teams. And if you just want to have it with your team, so if I just want to have it for my Wellington students, you can choose two different formats. One is the arena tournament, where there's a certain amount of time that you make the tournament for. So I'll say S1. You can determine if you want it to make it rated or not, and that just affects their Lichess rating. There's a lot of different types of chess variants that Lichess has, so you can go and explore these. And on Lichess too, you can view live games, so you can see actual people playing these if you're not quite sure how it works in the rules. You can choose the time control, and then the duration is going to be how long the tournament lasts. So if a student plays games really quickly, they're going to have more games that they've played than students who take all of their time. And so they might have students might play different amounts of rounds. And so you can choose however long you want it to be. Give it a time before the tournament starts. And then for advanced settings, I don't have my students have a password, especially if it's just the team that I'm having play in this. The Berserk is a special feature. You can turn off the chat room. You can read up about Berserk and arena streaks. And then if you want your tournament not to start on that date, but on a different date, you can customize that. Down here, there's more information about scores, ratings, Berserk. This last one here says there is a countdown on your first move. Failing to make a move within this time will forfeit the game to your opponent. So just let your students know they need to be in the tournament, and we'll need to make a move once it starts. Then you can create a tournament. And once you click create tournament, you'll see this you'll see the tournament you created here. And then you'll see all the people who have joined the tournament. So if I'm on my student account, I go to my team. They'll see the tournament listed here, and then they can join. And then from your end, you can see everybody who's in the tournament. If you realize you made a mistake in creating a tournament, what you can do is you can go up to the settings button, and then if you scroll down, it says cancel the tournament. And so you can do that if you realized you made a mistake. If you go back to your team page, You can also create a Swiss tournament, which you can determine how many rounds there are. Create a name for that. And then you can there's a lot of other settings. So if you want to have a few-minute break between each round, pick the start date. You can turn off the chat controls. Another thing you can do is you can create 2 tournaments, and so that's what I'm going to do for our tournament coming up on November 7th. Is I'm going to create one tournament that is non-rated, just a casual tournament, and then one that is rated, and therefore students can pick which section they want to be in. If you want to create a tournament between different teams where each player scores points for their team, you can do that. And so you can create a name for that. And then again, you can pick your settings, create a tournament. And then it says list all the teams that will compete in this battle. So you're going to need the other team names to invite them to play in the tournament. And the teams will auto-complete. So if I wanted to invite Columbus Academy, then I could invite them. Or if I wanted to invite Upper Arlington, I would need to find out what their name was because I don't see that coming up now. So you would want to talk to the school if the autocomplete doesn't come up. One other thing, when students are playing in an arena tournament, so a team tournament here, they can choose if they want to take a break or not, and they could also withdraw from the tournament and then come back. Otherwise, the game will just start right after people start finishing. And so they might have to wait a few minutes for another game to finish, but then when both sets of players are finished, then a new game will start. For the Swiss tournament, it'll start automatically unless you tell it you want a few minutes between the rounds. All right, that's all I have. Please contact me if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.